Okay, question 9 then. Solve now. It says give your answer to 2 decimal places. That should be your signal that you need to use the quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. You don't have to learn that. That is at the front of your formula book, or in front of your paper. A is equal to 2, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to minus 7. Be careful that you remember about the minus. So, minus b, minus 4, substitute in all your values. Minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 squared minus 4 times a is 2 and c is minus 7. Be careful of this double negative here. 2 times a, 2 times your a value is 2. So, work out some answers then. So, minus 4 plus or minus 4 squared gives us 16. Minus 4 times 2 times minus 7 gives you plus 56 now. Be careful because you could very easily take that as being minus. It's not minus. All divided by 4. That then works out to be minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 72 all divided by 4. Now when you go to type this into your calculator, minus 4 plus square root of 72, hit your equal sign here now and then divide by 4. Your first answer should be x is equal to 1.12 to 2 decimal places. Okay, in the second one, minus 4 minus square root of 72 equals divided by 4, so x should be equal to minus 3.12. Now if you didn't get it right the first time, go back, pause it now and try it again. Make sure that you know how to do this. You'll get so many marks for substituting in, but make sure you can get the final answers. Okay, question 10. Solve these. Now, these are one of my favourite types of questions. What we're going to do here is we're going to cross multiply. And the reason we're doing that is you're essentially trying to get a common denominator because you're subtracting two fractions. So we're going to multiply this one by 5 and this one by 2. So our common denominator is going to be 2 times 5, which is 10. So 5 outside your bracket, 2w minus 3 minus 2 outside your bracket, 3w plus 1 equals 1. Now, we don't like brackets and we don't like fractions, so expand your brackets. 5 times 2w gives you 10w. That's not a minus, and not a plus. Minus 15. 2 times 3 gives you minus 6w. Minus times 2 gives you minus 2. All divided by 10 is equal to minus 1, or is equal to 1. 10 take 6 gives you 4w. Minus 15 take 2 gives you minus 17. Is equal to 1. Now that was divided by 10. So bring your 10 up onto the other side so that you don't have it anymore. (4w minus 17 is equal to 1 times 10 gives you 10. Bring your 17 across, which becomes plus 17. So 4w is going to be equal to 17 plus your 10 gives you 27. W is going to be equal to 27 divided by your 4, which gives you an answer of 6.75. Okay. If you need to go back, rewind the video tutorial and have a wee look at it again, a wee bit slower. Okay, question 11. Triangle is an equilateral. Now that's an important part or piece of information, that it's an equilateral triangle, so you know that the sides are equal. Work out the value of x. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let x plus 4 equal 14 minus x, because we know that it's an equilateral. I'm going to put my line down and rearrange. Remember, if you've got x's on both sides, move the smallest x first, or the smallest x value. So minus x comes across as plus x. 2x plus 4 is equal to 14. Bring your plus 4 across, which becomes minus 4. 2x is equal to 10. Divide your 10 by 2. X has got to be equal to 5 centimetres. Hence, or otherwise, work out the perimeter of the triangle. Perimeter of the triangle now. This one's x plus 4, which is 9. 14 minus your 5 is 9. And 2x minus 1, 2 times 5 minus 1, you know that they're all going to be 9. Now, be careful that you don't think that each of your sides are 5. So all 9, 9 times 3, 27. Okay, question 12. Solve the equation. Okay, so put a line down. Now, be careful. Remember, it's BODMAS backwards, so move your plus 5 first, which becomes minus 5. W over 6 is equal to minus 3. Bring your 6 across. It's divide on this side, so when it comes across, it becomes multiply by 6. Minus 18. Make x the subject of the formula. Again, you're rearranging, so use BODMAS backwards. So move any addition or subtraction first. So your plus 7 comes across as minus 7. Divide by, your 3 comes across as divide, so y minus 7, all divided by 3. Okay, n is an integer, remember, an integer is a whole number value. List the values of n such that, now, problem is, you've got 4n and you want single n, so divide the whole equation, every single term, by 4. 16 divided by 4 gives you minus 4. 4n divided by 4 gives you 4. And 12 divided by 4 gives you 3. Now, if you were to plot that on a number line, you would have minus 4 and 3. Because there's no equal sign, you can't land on 4. Because there is an equal sign, you can land on 3, or your number could be 3, so it can't be minus 4. Could be minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Those are your integer values that n could be. Okay, solve the equation, the equation. Do not use trial and improvement. Okay, you've got a quadratic here. So the first thing we need to do is factorise the quadratic. And when you've got a full quadratic, you should know that you need 2 brackets. Now, our method for doing this is put a box around the 5 and think of the factor pairs of 5. 1 and 5 are the only ones you're going to get, so they're going to have to be used. We want to get 4 in the middle, so we need to think, how are we going to put 1 and 5 together to get 4? So it's going to have to be plus 5 subtract 4 is equal to 0. And then we need to let each bracket equal 0 and rearrange. Plus 5 comes across as minus 5, and minus 4 comes across as plus 4. Okay, question 14. Simplify fully. Gather your like terms. So 5 times 3 gives you 15. X to the power of 4 times x to the power of 3, add your 2 powers, x to the power of 7. Y squared times y to the power of 7, add your powers, y to the power of 9. Okay, part B, adding. Now, think outside the box. You're adding 2 fractions. Okay, and we don't like fractions. So we need a common denominator. Common between 2 and 3 is 6. So multiply this fraction by 3 and this one by 2. So you're cross multiplying there. So you're going to have 3x plus 2x is equal to 5 over 4. Okay. Gather your like terms. 5x over 6 is equal to 5 over 4. To get rid of the brackets, or to get rid of the fractions, sorry, cross multiply, which is going to become 5 times 4 gives you 20x is equal to 6 times 5 gives you 30. Bring your 20 across. 30 divided by 20 cancels down to 3 over 2, so your answer is going to be 1.5. Okay, question 15. Rearrange to make x the subject. Now, when you get a fraction like this, first thing you've got to do is move this fraction over to multiply. So it becomes y upon 2x plus 5 is equal to 3x minus 1. And expand this bracket. We don't like brackets. 2xy plus 5y is equal to 3x minus 1. Now, you're looking to make x a subject, so you need to gather all of your x terms together. So I'm going to bring the 3x across, so 2xy. It was positive over here, so it becomes negative when it comes across. Is equal to, now, minus 1. This plus 5 is going to move across and become minus 5y. Now we can factorise these terms. They both have x in common. So 2y minus 3 is equal to minus 1 minus 5y. Okay. Bring this bracket down. divide by it. So minus 1 minus 5y, all divided by 2y minus 3. That's your final answer. Okay, question 16. Again, we're subtracting two fractions, so you want to get a common denominator. Best way to do it is multiply your two denominators, which means you're multiplying this fraction by the bottom and this fraction by the bottom. So we're going to have 2 upon 2x plus 1 minus 3 upon 3x minus 1, all divided by 3x minus 1 upon 2x plus 1 is equal to 2 over 5. Okay, so deal with the top line first, and we'll expand it. 2 times 4, or 2 times 2x is going to give us 4x plus 2. Be careful of the minus. Minus 9x plus 3. Okay. I'm going to deal with this line first, and then we'll deal with the bottom line. So gather your like terms. Minus 5x plus 5. So that's the top line dealt with. Then we need to look at our 3x minus 1 upon 2x plus 1. And we're going to expand it. So split the first bracket. 3x minus 1, 2x plus 1. And multiply. So 2 times 3 gives us 6x. 3 times 1 gives us, 6x squared. 3x. Minus times 2x is minus 2x. And minus times a positive is minus 1. Gather your like terms there, which is going to give us 6x squared plus x minus 1. Okay, so that's the bottom line. 6x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 2/5. Now, we don't like fractions. So to get rid of them, bring your 5 up here, bring your bottom line up there. So we're going to have 5 outside the bracket minus 5x plus 5 is equal to 2 upon 6x squared plus x minus 1. 5 times 5 gives us minus 25. 5 times 5 gives us plus 25 is equal to 2 times 6 gives us 12x squared. 2 times x gives us plus 2x. And 2 times 1 gives us minus 2. Okay, gather your like terms now. So bring our plus 25 across as minus 25. Bring our, it becomes plus 25x minus 25. Okay, so we're going to have, not on this side, 12x squared plus 27x minus 27. Now, I'm going to clear this bottom area and leave me some room. Okay, last part then that you have to do. I would try and simplify this down, because we've got it equal to 0, we can divide the whole equation through by something. All are common to 3, so divide by 3. So 12x squared divided by 3 is going to give us 4x squared plus 9x minus 9. And then we need to do ACB to try and factorise it. So AC is 4 times minus 9, which is minus 36. Factor pairs of 36 are 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 4 and 9, 4 and 9, and 3 and 12. 3 and 12 is what is going to work. When you factorise it, it should give you 4x minus 3 upon x plus 3. Tough question. Okay. Last question in this section. ACB again, to factorise it. A is 6 and B is minus 1. So minus 6 is the value we're looking to get. 1 and 6, 2 and 3. So the only way we're going to get 1 in the middle is with 2 and 3. So we're going to go 6x squared plus 3x minus 2x minus 1. Factorise the front. Common to both is 3x upon 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 over here. Minus 1 outside the bracket, so that's going to come together as 3x minus 1 upon 2x plus 1. So that's our top line. You should know that this one here is the difference of two squares, so take the square root of each value. 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. Easy, but hard to spot. So your bottom line is going to be 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. When you've got the same thing top and bottom, they cancel to leave you an answer of 3x minus 1 all over 2x minus 1.